Hello everyone, this is Panic with a brand new video. Today I'm on the Cakecore SMP server with Minecraft. So right off the bat, I just want to say I apologize for the 30 frames video. I was trying to record at 60 FPS with Fraps earlier. For some reason, Fraps was just having a lot of trouble and it kept making it extremely framesy, like less frames than 30 FPS. So I decided I'm going to go with OBS. Unfortunately with OBS I can only record 30 frames. Sorry about that, it's just going to be this episode. Hopefully I can work it out in the future, but hopefully you guys still enjoy. Anyway, I'm here at my like auto farms area and just regular farm stuff. Basically, I made a fish farm right here. 1.11 or maybe a prior version kind of broke fishing farms from 1.8 and whatnot. So for a while, I actually tried to make one of these and I just couldn't get it to work because they were broken in the new update. However, this person that I'm going to put on screen right now, it's Panda something. He came up with the design that that basically works with 1.11, which is great. It also, he came up with a design that works really well with laggier servers. That's why it's got a little bit more redstone than usual. And I don't have the best connection to the server, so that I made that design, and it's been working great. I've AFK'd a couple of nights in a row now, and at some point in the night, I sometimes disconnect and whatnot, so it's not all those hours worth, but I've basically gotten a lot of good gear from this. All this fish, way too much fish, that's not the good gear. A ton of saddles and name tags, which is always helpful. A lot of water bottles, not very useful. But also enchanted books and enchanted fishing rods. These are really helpful. As you see, a lot of this mending. I just put my mouse on one of them and it happened to be mending earlier. So there's a lot of mending and a lot of just other enchants on both bows and fishing rods. I also found just a couple ones on books. Those are extremely useful because I can put them on other gear. I've only found a couple though. At first I thought it wasn't even possible because I didn't get them immediately, but they're pretty rare. I've gotten a couple. I think some of them I might still have. Yeah, here's one right here that has mending on it. And I've slowly been putting more mending on my gear. My boots are mending, and my helmet is mending, and my axe is mending, as well as my bow is mending. But that's because I found. Oh no, my bow's not mending. My bow's infinity because you can't have infinity and mending on the same one. So I decided to go with infinity. But I do have lots of mending bows in here somewhere. Yeah, here's one. Basically, a lot of mending bows and fishing rods. Mending, I think infinity is just better than mending for a bow, so not a lot of people would probably use that. However, once you have the best fishing rod, which is Unbreaking 3, Lure 3, Mending, and Luck of the Sea 3, you can't get a better fishing rod than that. And once you have the best bow, which whether you want infinity or mending is up to you, but I have Punch 2, Unbreaking 3, Power 5, Flame, and Infinity. After that, you really don't need all these bows and fishing rods. So I figured what I could do is set up a new shop where I just sell stuff I get from fishing, and that might be a way I can get rid of all these saddles, because holy crap do I have a lot of them. And I say shop in quotations. It's pretty much just like free, because I say pay whatever you want. Excuse me. It's basically donation run. So if people really need that kind of stuff, they can get it. Excuse me again. And that's how I like to do shops. So also over here I have this a cow contraption. It's not really a contraption, it's really not. Basically I wanted to separate my cows so that when I kill them I don't kill like babies and whatnot, and I'm never killing too much. So all these cows here, these are my breeding cows. When I breed them, they fall down into this, or the babies fall into this one block hole, and they come in here. So these are all the babies basically, but they've all grown up now. Once they're grown up, I can use my sword and I don't have to worry about sweeping edge or whatnot to hurt people, hurt other baby cows. So I just kill all these guys. I don't have to worry about killing too many, and I get a lot of steak from it, and that's really helpful. And then I just breed more when I want to, wait for them to grow up, and that's that. So that's a cool little system. I also have sheep in here now, which is good because I sell sheep, and I've also just been building something with a lot of wool, which we'll see today. But I put some grass down here so that they can eat as soon as I shear them. It's really effective for getting wool because I shear all of them. By the time I shear the last one, a lot of others have already eaten grass and grown more. I have like an infinite grass thing here because there's a grass block back there and the sheep can't get back there, and grass can grow through fences, which is really helpful. So no matter what, I won't run out of grass, but as you can see, it still takes a while for there's still like a lot of dirt blocks here just because they eat so much gosh darn grass. I've decided I'm not going to be breeding them anymore. I think this is the most I want. I have a nice big area for them. I know it's a little bit weird and discombobulated. Don't worry about that. That's just a lot of, I don't know. I just had to work with too many sheep in one spot, so I just made it bigger. I know it looks strange, but oh well. Baby sheep were the only problem, is because they would eat grass, but they wouldn't grow any wool, so they're kind of annoying. So I decided I'm just not going to breed them anymore. There's not really much reason to. I guess I could get XP, but even then you don't get that much XP, so I'm not going to breed them anymore. This is all that I need. By the time I finish all of them, more already have wool. By the time I finish shearing all of them, more already have wool on them, so it works out great. I could actually shear some right now, because I do need some wool. I'm not going to shear all of them this time, though, because we don't have much time. But as you can see, if you've been listening, you can hear just people eating grass, like, a lot. Just because there's so much grass here, and they get their wool back pretty quickly. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to grab for now, but you just heard another grass eating there. This isn't even a contraption. This is just a weird design I made. I don't know. It's useful, though. You just step on this thing, you jump, you open it up, and then you can get out. And I just put a pressure plate here so that when I leave, it goes back down. It's pretty stupid, because if it doesn't go back down, all you have to do if you fall down here again is open it again. But it saves you one click if you get on the pressure plate. So, I'm a cheapskate. I don't want to spend that one click. Okay, so we're going to move on. That's basically all the stuff we've done over here in our farms area. As you can see, I have ice in this pathway now. This ice didn't used to be here. This leads up to my well. Actually, the ice might have already been in the video. I don't know. But I have these launchers now. Or launchers. I put pressure plates here. I don't know if I've mentioned this last time. But basically, it just makes it a little bit easier than pressing buttons. So that's what I'll do. I've actually had pretty good luck at not lagging back yet. That's actually really nice. Let's see. There's one thing in my house I need to show. I already showed off my deck, I believe. As you can see, there's my ABBA mining stuff. Up here, yes. So this is my attic. Not a lot of work done in here, but just a little bit. I put an armor stand up here with some other armor I had to make it look like just old armor. And then I also put my brewing stand up here as well as a flower, which looks nice. And then some nether wart. I actually might have already showed that. I have no idea. It's been a while since I've actually started showcasing builds, because I've just been doing like the ABBA mining stuff, and then even exploring the ocean monument with Bombastic earlier. But anyway, that's all that I want to show in my house. I will now cut over to what I want to show next, so stay tuned for that. Alright, welcome back. I'm at 0-0. We got a road here. There's a chess over here, which I showed last time. There actually has been a little bit of movement in the chess game. By that I mean 2 turns. I did this turn on the video I made it. Someone did this turn, and then I did this turn right here. So that's been it so far. Not a lot of people have been on the server recently. I think Bombastic and Owlton have just been busy lately. They should be having some free time soon. And Dancer's kind of been on a Dancer's been on a little bit more frequently than they have, but Dancer's been on a bit of a PvP kick, if you will. He's been playing a lot of PvP stuff like UHC and survival games and whatnot. But I'm sure that he'll be back on eventually to start finishing his arena over there. Okay, so over here, there's this like pathway here of torches. There used to be a lot of trees in this way. I chopped them all down, so eventually I'm going to make a road of sorts. That's what all these broken stuff are for. I just grabbed my shovel and broke a lot of stuff so I can have an outline of what the road's going to be. I'm going to be putting some like coarse dirt on it, and then podzolid, I think is what it's called. And it's going to make a nice little road, I think. Anyway, I guess I should explain the obvious. This is a lighthouse. I should have gotten a better view of it from behind. It's the lighthouse I made. I've been talking about making a lighthouse for a while now. Originally, I wanted to make it near the ocean, because that's where lighthouses usually are. However, I decided to make it near a river because I also wanted to make a boat race. And as you see, I've started this boat race. It's certainly not finished yet, and none of this is official. But I've done a boat race in a past SMP, and it was a lot of fun. So I figured I should do it again in a SMP that's probably not going to die or get shut down after the first 2 weeks like the other one did. Obviously, it hasn't yet. It's been around for months now. But yes, this is going to be fun. Haven't worked on the actual race part as much, but I did make this lighthouse. Also, it's going to loop around basically back to here. So this will be the end of the race. This will be the start, and I'm excited for that to be finished. This inside is not official, but what is probably official is the stone bricks as well as the wood flooring. Even though it costs like an extra layer of blocks, I just didn't want it to be red and white on the inside. Plus, the pattern didn't go off as well. As you can see, if I back up a little bit, it's kind of tough to see once you're up close to it, but it's basically got a stripy pattern, or a spiral pattern, where the red spirals up and the white spirals up. On the inside, though, you really just can't tell because it's too small. So I decided just to put stone brick around it, and stone brick and wood look really nice together. so I thought I'd do that. These stairs are obviously not official. This is just so I can get up to the top, and I will be going to the top right now because I want to show what I've done on the top. I still don't have an actual light for it. I'm not sure what I should use. If you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments. The candidates are like glowstone, maybe sea lantern, probably not a sea lantern, it's too blue. Or like lava or something, maybe some kind of cage lava. I don't know, redstone lamp. Let me know if you guys have an idea for that. But this is the top. I've got this nice little arch right here, and I'm not sure if the light's going to hang off right here or if it's going to go up one higher, because it might be a little bit too low to the ground if it's right here. I could also potentially just make the arch go up a tad bit higher. But overall, I think the arch looks pretty nice. I'm not entirely convinced about this mainly right here. How it's like block. It looks a little bit odd to me. That's hard to explain. I was thinking I could put something like this under this instead. Whoops. Like this. But I don't have these on me right now. So who knows? I'm gonna come back later and try to work this out. So yeah, that's a bulk of my time has been spent doing this. Getting this spiral pattern took a while. I can't see it really, but the spiral pattern took a while. Tell you what, let's just boom, water bucket down. I've also been practicing that a lot lately because we got a UHC coming up pretty soon, and I certainly don't want to die by falling damage. Speaking of UHC, I also finished the graveyard for this most recent season. I'm going to go over that right now, I guess. I think I've showed off everything I need to over here. But, yeah, so that's the lighthouse. It's going to be cool. It's going to be a boat race. It's going to be fun. And hopefully I will get someone on here to showcase the boat race with in a video by itself. But in the meantime, that's what I got so far. And it was a lot of fun to make, so that's cool. Let's go over to the graveyard. I will be right back. All right, I'm here at this graveyard. This pathway is not official, and the pathway leading to that, there certainly is going to be one. Again, I'm kind of waiting for Podzald or Coarse Dirt. However, both of those are found in a Mega Taiga, and those I have not seen a Mega Taiga anywhere near us. So I'm gonna have to try to look for that biome. I've seen Taigas, but not Mega Taigas. I actually explored quite a bit a couple of days ago, like I think like 10,000 blocks actually, looking for one. There are some struggles for large biomes, but there also are some benefits. So here we are. This is the graveyard. Again, this has spoilers for every UltraCakeCore UHC season that's come out yet. I don't think anyone really cares about it, but just want to throw it out there. That's why the sign is here. We already went over Season 1 and Season 2 in a previous video. Now we're going to head over to Season 3, which is now officially finished. It actually was finished last time we recorded too, but it's like just finished. It was all fresh. So here we go. Starting off by Mr. Bombastic, Season 3, Episode 3. He died by Gold Guy. So Bombastic was able to get like enchants by like the second episode or something, which is crazy. And on the third episode, he dug up and he ran into Danster. Danster had a bow, which is pretty good, but Dancer did not have enchants. So Bombastic started chasing Dancer down. Dancer was on a team, though. He was on a team with James the Douglas, again, which is crazy. I guess I should explain the scenario. We were doing 2 teams of 4 versus each other, and if you ran into your teammate, you could join calls. And Daniel ran into James Douglas, and that's how they... Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. That's how they became on call. So they were separated at this point, though. Seth was chasing him. Seth got a lot of hits on him. He got him down to a half a heart, which is pretty crazy. But then when Daniel met up with James Douglas, they were able to shoot him down. I think there was also some shield lag involved, which is the reason, one of the reason he took a good amount of damage. If the shield lag didn't happen, Mr. Bombastic probably would have been able to defeat Daniel. The jury's still on whether or not he could have beat James Douglas, though. But, yes, if he would have survived just a little bit longer, he could have nicked Daniel and took off that half a heart. But Daniel was able to find James, and then they shot him down. Daniel got the last hit and got the kill, which is good. Infernum, actually pretty soon after that, like really soon after that, Infernum died by a skeleton. He didn't upload his perspective, but yes, he basically just died by a skeleton. That's pretty much all you could say. 3D Spotters died in Season 3, Episode 4, Death by Pink Venom 456. That's me. This is like the craziest moment in UHC history, actually. This is like, in our UHC history, I should say. At least it was crazy for me. It was the craziest moment for me, but that's probably just because I lived it. And there might be some crazier things that happen along the line and stuff. But anyway, I had not found any of my teammates, and I was just running around 0-0. I stayed at 0-0 for like a whole episode, and then I just started circling it. And 3D Spotters found me, and he started following me. I had no idea he was behind me. He had a bow, and he actually tried to shoot at me a couple times, and I didn't even notice. So 3D Spotters is following me until finally, out of the blue, Caleb, or Ableton, types in chat, Pat Turn, or I think it was just Pat Tur, because he didn't have time to put in the N, because he was going to try to team with me. So I turned around, and there 3D Spotters was, just standing there, and having his bow drawn at me. And I'm like, well, shoot, how did Ableton know that he was behind me? And I look over, Ableton was there too, and Ableton was just trying to team with me, but turns out there's another guy right there, and that was 3D Spotters. So then I start fighting 3D Spotters. He gets me really low, and quite frankly, he would have killed me if it weren't for Ableton, who came in then and started whacking him too, and eventually my dog got him. I know it says death by Pink Venom 456. It's just I didn't have enough room to write death by Wolf, or Pink Venom 456 Wolf, unfortunately. But yes, my wolf got him. I was really lagged at the moment too, because I actually found out why I was so lagged too. The entire game was so lagged, and it was such a stupid reason I was lagged. I had something selected on my computer. It wasn't the server. It was all completely my fault, and I'm so frustrated about it. But anyway, we were able to kill him. That was just the craziest moment, because Alton had no idea that 3D Spotters was there. He just wanted to team, and that's why he told me to turn around. I turned around, and there 3D Spotters was. Very unfortunate for him. He certainly got the short end of that stick. But he put up a good fight. He almost killed me. But then I took his apple, and I was able to heal a little bit from that. Season 3, Episode 5. This was very unfortunate also. Dancer and James and Douglas were in a bow fight with Stenstone. Stenstone was at 0-0. At this time, he was the last person on his team, because Infernum, Mr. Bombastic, and 3D Spotters all died, and they were his other teammates. So they were in a bow fight, and it was a pretty eventful bow fight. Both of them had builds and stuff, and they were just shooting the heck out of each other. They didn't land too many hits. However, while Danster was trying to shoot him, a zombie came from behind and knocked him off of this peak. It was very unfortunate. He tried a water bucket in time. However, he used his shield, and his shield kind of messed up his water bucket, which is so sad. And that's how Dancer died, unfortunately. And then moving on, James Douglas, in the same episode, Season 3, Episode 5, James Douglas went down to grab Daniel's stuff, and somehow, this is like another crazy moment, Sten got the luckiest shot. Sten wasn't even really trying to aim at him, and he just shot, and he just got the pot shot on him, and killed James Douglas, did like 4 hearts, just knocked him out. He was on top of the mountain, he couldn't even see James, he just did a random shot, and it hit him, and it killed him, and it was the craziest thing. And it was like such a half-baked shot too. Immediately after he shot, I just turned around and was like, oh man, I'm not sure how I'm going to get him, or something like that. And you just hear ding on Sten's, and James was dead. So sad. Very unfortunate. There's a lot of unfortunate deaths this season. Just a crazy season overall. So at this point, it was just Alton and I, and both Alton and I had low health and not very much healing, versus Stenstone, who was at 0-0. Alton and I were mining. We were able to get enchants. So we head up at day, and up here, Sten died by myself. That's just because that was like the most normal fight out of the whole thing. Sten actually held up really well. He almost killed Alton, and he certainly did the best he could in that situation. But it was just a 2v1, and at the end, I was able to get the last hit, and I killed him. Also, it should be noted that right after he died, his dog went over and killed Caleb. Killed Alton. We didn't count that as a death because technically the game was over when it happened, but it's still just funny, and I think Sten gets some mental points for that. So the victors, these are the ones who are alive, which was Pink Venom 446 and myself. Excuse me, Pink Venom 446 and Alton, which is myself and Caleb. We both survived, so I think we were technically the victors. However, because we're on the same team, Gold Guy 8 and James Douglas also won. Danster and James. So yeah, that was season 3. Really fun season. A lot of strange deaths and whatnot. We didn't have as many people as last time, or as season 2, but it was still a lot of fun. And we have season 4 getting ready to be recorded pretty soon here. Not extremely soon, but hopefully it'll be with you guys eventually. And I think that's about everything that's happened on the Cakecore SMP server since last time. I think it should be noted that when I slept in the igloo a while back, I'll put some footage on screen of that. That turned out to bite my butt later because I went to the end to use Daniel's XP farm, and when I came out, it put me at that bed because I hadn't slept since. So I spawned like 20,000 blocks away, which was very annoying. And I had to walk all the way back because I didn't have gear on me. I didn't have like a horse or anything. That's what I've been doing. I've been going on here a lot lately, and I'm gonna work on the boat thing. I also have another project I'm thinking of working on, and actually, like, I've got like a lot of different projects I want to work on here. So I will certainly be on the server a lot lately. You can expect a good amount of videos. Hopefully, everyone else will find time on and here sometime too, because that'd be cool. Anyway, let's close the video right on the sunset. Okay, thank you for watching, and so long.